And it's funny, you realize how few people, so even with all the noise and drama,
Mm.
how few people actually vote in a number of different elections, right?
Yeah, that's a
The
good
turnout
point.
will be pretty big today in the States, but
Yeah,
I
it's going
mean,
to be
here
much bigger.
we had like bigger than normal for our provincial one because it's kind of similar to the States. We've now got two main parties here who are very different in their views, right?
Oh,
Used to be
okay.
almost the same, but very,
Yeah.
very different. So people are getting mad at each other and a whole bit. So you
Mm.
figure everyone's going to lie. There's
Typical.
going to be a million people voting. You go to places like, wow, you realize a place has got like 500,000 or 600,000 people living in it, and like 20,000 people vote,
Mm.
and the one side beat the other side by like 18 votes. And you're like, what the fuck?
What? Yeah,
It's
that
like,
shouldn't happen.
really?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they counted and they recounted and recounted and recounted, counted again and recounted. Yeah, it's still 18. It's still it's 18. It's like, what the fuck? So it
But,
turns out like I've never been political my whole life.
mm.
Actually, I probably shouldn't admit that. I guess it doesn't matter. The very first time I ever voted was in this last provincial election.
Oh, okay.
Very first time I actually voted, and it was. I thought, yeah, well, it was one
Well,
vote. What difference does it make? But I
you lived
realized
in
when some of the
Canada that
races are
long.
that, some of the races are that. That's true. When the races are that close, that your vote does count. So
Yeah.
no matter which side you're on, I think the polling in the States is probably closed by now. And by the time this is out, it'll be
Yeah, by the time
definitely
it's gone.
done.
Yeah. It's
But I mean,
closing.
if you care, you got to vote, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I mean, it comes down to like, never mind the positions on policy and stuff. But if you think that Trump is the guy,
Yeah.
you got to go out and vote for Trump.
Right.
If you
Yep.
think Trump is the Antichrist, you got to go out and vote for whoever's against Trump.
Yeah.
You can't just sit in your house and then say, ah, and then when
Yeah.
it happens, you go, ah. It's like, well,
Exactly.